Hello everyone, it's me, Rob. Now I know you're waiting to watch your Draw with Rob video, but I hope you don't mind because I thought I'd pop up here and tell you about something super exciting. I know lots of you have enjoyed my Draw with Rob activity books. Well, guess what? There's a new one. This one here is called Draw with Rob, Build a Story. And as the title suggests, it's all about how to build your very own story. So we're going to be talking about what characters you can include in your story. Where are you going to set your story? Whereabouts in the world? Maybe it's not even going to be set in this world. Maybe it's going to be set in outer space. When are you going to set your story? Is it going to be in the present day, in the past, or in the future? We're going to be talking about beginnings, middles, and endings. Things like plot twists. We need some unexpected things to happen in our story. But it's all going to be done via lots of fun activities. So we have lots of your regular draw-alongs. Hang on, let me see if I can find a good one for you. Here we go. A superhero bear draw-along. We've got your frames here. Every page is perforated, make it easy to tear out and stick up on your wall. We've got lots of other activities too, puzzles, colouring, so it's really super fun. And then right at the end, we have some blank pages for you to write your own story on and draw the pictures, and then you can tear them out, staple them together and make your own book. So it's super cool. You're not going to need me at all soon because you're going to be writing your own stories. Hopefully that's the case. And one day, who knows, maybe I will go into a bookshop, buy your book, and you can sign it for me. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Now, I know you're desperate to watch this Draw with Rob video, so I'm going to leave you alone. I'll just tell you that you can order the brand new Draw with Rob book from wherever you get your books right now. So why don't you go and do that? Okay, Rob, it's over to you. Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Draw with Rob with me. Rob Biddulph, I'm a children's author and illustrator. Maybe you've seen some of my books before. This is my very first picture book. It's called Blown Away. It's all about Penguin Blue and his kite and a very windy day. Maybe you've seen this one, or Dog Out, about a sausage dog who doesn't fit in with the other sausage dogs. But we are here today, as usual, to draw a picture together. And do you know what? It's a very special episode of Draw with Rob today because it's our first birthday. Can you believe it? I've been doing these Draw with Rob videos for a whole year. Our very first episode was back on the 17th of March 2020, right at the start of lockdown, the very first lockdown. We drew Gregosaurus and Ringo, can you hear that? Ringo is barking. He's saying happy birthday, I think. I think that's what he was saying. Saying happy birthday, Rob. Congratulations on a whole year of Draw with Rob. Yes, our very first one was Gregosaurus. And so today, to celebrate our first birthday, there we go, there's Gregosaurus, one of the characters from my Dinosaur Juniors series. Here's lots of the other characters here. And to celebrate our first birthday, I thought we would draw another one of the characters together. Now, we have drawn quite a few of them. We've drawn Greg, obviously. We've drawn Nancy. We have drawn Winnie. We have drawn Hector. We've drawn Wilf. But we haven't drawn Sue, the Triceratops. So I thought she would be a lovely subject for our first birthday edition of Draw with Rob. So that's what we're going to draw. Sue, the Triceratops. Now, Triceratops, do you know what Triceratops means? It means three-horned face in Greek. And that's because Triceratopses famously have Triceratopses. Is that a word? It must be Triceratopses. I don't know. Triceratops have three horns. They have two kind of the top of their head and they have one big one sort of around their nose. So that's why they're so called. So we are going to draw Sue, the Triceratops today. So what you're going to need is a piece of paper. You're going to need something to draw with and something to colour with a bit later on. But this is going to be a nice fun one today. So in case you haven't seen any of these Draw with Rob videos over the past year, this is how they work. Some children tell me they're not very good at drawing. I say everyone can draw. You just need some help with the order. So we're going to break our drawing down into little bite-sized pieces. So I'm going to draw a little bit here on my piece of paper. Pause the video, copy exactly what I do. Start me up again, I'll draw a bit more. Pause the video, draw exactly what I do. Start me up, I draw, you draw, I draw, you draw, I draw, you draw. And we'll end up with a lovely drawing of Sue, the Triceratops. Okay, let's start, shall we? Some of you, if you've watched any of my other dinosaur draw-alongs, songs, you will recognise the way that we're going to draw this, because I always start my dinosaurs in exactly the same way. Right down at the bottom of the page, we are going to start with a little U shape, like that. So at the bottom of the page, small U shape, easy peasy. Then what we're going to do, we're going to turn that way, and head off up our page, like that. So a bit of a step going on there, but a funny little shape, I guess it is. Like that, easy peasy. Now this is where it gets slightly different from our other dinosaurs. Usually we'd probably come out and start doing a shape like that, but we're not going to this time. We're going to draw a straight line across our page, and it's going to be quite a long line. It's going to come straight from over here. It's going to brush the top of that line we just drew. Probably going to stop about there. Okay, so this is slightly different to the others, I would say. Okay, then what we want to do is from this point, we are going to turn up here, quite a sharp corner there. We're going to head up our page and we're going to start curling around about there. Okay, so what's that? 5 or 6 centimeters or so. And then before we carry on round, we need to do a little triangle shape here. So we're going to do the base of our triangle like that, very slightly curved. And we're going to come up in another curve like that, joint up like that. So it is a sort of triangle, but it's sort of a curvy one. And this is going to be the first. Remember I said triceratops, they've got 3 horns on their head. This is the first of our triceratops horns. And that's what makes this dinosaur slightly more complicated than the others that we've drawn, actually, those 3 horns. Right, so now I want you to imagine that line carrying on through that horn and heading across our page like that. And we're probably going to go to about here, so maybe another 5 centimeters or so. And we're going to stop again to draw another one of these triangular horns. So this time we're going to come up here. We're going to curve the other way slightly. We're going to do the 2 curves first, this time in a little point, and we're going to join them up again with a little curved line like that. Okay, now we can continue the head of our dinosaur. So again, imagine this line carrying on through that horn, and we're going to turn quite sharply up towards the top of our page like that. Because triceratops, they have this sort of frill, I guess. Is it called a frill? A frill at the back of their head, which is sort of, I guess it's some kind of armor plating to protect them from attack. But it's this really sort of beautiful frill that goes right around the back of their head. And you know what? On the skeletons of triceratops that they have found, they've discovered that they had the largest head of any land mammal ever, they reckon. So they've got these huge heads, and a big part of that is this frill towards the back of their head. So we are now going to draw this frill, and the way we're going to do it is we're going to, you have to imagine a nice smooth curve that's going to join back up with this line that we drew down here, but we're not going to do it in a straight line. We're going to do it in a series of kind of bumps, about 1 centimetre long each one. So we're sort of going to come down and around, but we're going to do it in a sort of wibbly wobbly way, like this. It doesn't matter really how many you do, we just need to finish up like that at the bottom. So how many have I done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But you could do more or you could do less. We just need to get that sort of frill effect. Okay. Okay, the next thing to do, we're going to carry on with the body now, because we sort of made a start, but we've sort of done this drawing in a bit of a circular motion. So we're back down here to finish off our body, and we're going to come down from about there, straight down, but then before we get to the bottom, we're going to change our minds. We're going to turn around, we're going to head off uphill, like that. Then we're going to change our minds again, turn around, and we're going to join up right where we started. And that's going to give our dinosaur a little tail, like that. Okay, let's add another foot. So we're going to do another U shape next to that first one, like that. There we go. 2 little legs for Sue. We're going to do a little arm. We're going to do another U shape. We're going to do it at a very slight angle, like that. And now let's add another horn. So remember I said they have 3 horns. We've done the one here, which is the nose horn, and we've done one here, which is sort of the head horn. We need to do another head horn, but we need this one to be on the other side of the head. So we're just going to draw another shape, exactly the same as this shape here, but we're just going to do those two bits of it. So it's sort of hidden behind the other half of the head. You see what I mean? Okay, I don't know about you, but I think it's time we woke Sue up. What do you think? Let's give her a nice big eye. We're going to do the eye right in the middle of the head here. A lovely big circle, I think. She's got lovely big eyes. Sue. So a great big circle like that. And we're going to do a dot in the middle. Now, because she's facing that way, we don't do the dot right in the middle of the eye. We do it slightly right of centre. Like that. And that will make it look like she is looking straight at us. Like that. Let's add a little eyebrow. Do you know what? Actually, I'm not going to add the eyebrow yet because I'm going to colour this in. I'm going to add the eyebrow after I colour it because sometimes when I colour over the top of my ink, it smudges it. So I'm going to add the eyebrow right at the end after I've finished colouring. And I'm going to do the same with a little nostril here and also with the claws. So actually, I'm going to stop at this moment to do my colouring, okay? Now, Sue, in my books, is bright yellow. She's a lovely yellow colour. So you can colour your Sue in yellow, or you can make it a different dinosaur. You can even give it a different name. It doesn't have to be Sue. It can be anything you like, and you can do it any colour you like. You can do it rainbow colours, or you can add patterns. It can be covered in star shapes, heart shapes, squares, diamonds, whatever you like, stripes. But just have fun. That's the main thing. So I'm going to go away and colour my Sue in very quickly, and I'll be back here in about 30 seconds, 20 or 30 seconds time, and then we'll finish off the detail of our drawing, okay? So, are you ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay, so there's my coloured in Sue. I've stuck with the yellow colour that I used in my books. She has this kind of pattern on her frill in my book. So you can see I've done sort of 6 circles coming from each of those little frill bits that get gradually smaller. I've done those in a kind of dark brown. And I've added some sort of dinosaur texture around various points of the skin. So lots of little circles and dots just to sort of give that sort of slightly lizardy skin texture, which I really think helps helps with the illusion that these drawings are dinosaur characters. Now remember I said I've got a few more bits and pieces to add. First of all, we're going to add some claws on the toes. So 3 just little lines like that. You can see I've also added some shadow at the bottom of the feet, one of my favourite things to do. I know lots of you know that already because I always talk about that. And so what you do, just do some scribble around the feet and make it get a bit darker right next to the feet, and it really gives the illusion that this character is casting a shadow. Let's add some claws to this arm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 4 little claws like that. Also need to add some eyelashes here. So the way that I do Sue's eyelashes is just with little lines, a bit like a sort of clock face. I can't remember how many I do. Let's do it exactly like a clock face, shall we? Like that. There we go. 12 little eyelash lines. Then I'm just going to flick back to my thicker brush pen. Let's just make that a bit darker around there because I've coloured over the top of it with some of my yellow pencil. There we go. Darken that area so it brings the eye back to the front, and I'm just going to add a little eyelash just up there. So remember I said I wanted to do that after I've coloured, because sometimes if you colour, particularly with yellow, I find it smudges everything if you sort of go over the top of your ink lines. So that's why I did these bits right at the end. I'm just going to darken that bit off a little bit again, and there we go. So there is our finished Sue. Actually, do you know what? I think there's one more bit I'm going to add to this particular birthday drawing. So I'm going to do it in super speed mode. So excuse me, this is most irregular for Draw with Rob, but I'm going to go back into super speed mode. I'll see you back here in about another 20 seconds. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. And there we go, I'm back. A birthday cake. Of course, it's our first birthday. So somebody has baked us a lovely burst birthday cake, and that somebody, I think, is Sue. Thank you, Sue. That's very kind of you to give us a birthday cake. So the last thing, guys, that you have to do, remember, is sign your drawing. I think I'm going to sign mine over here. We need to let everybody know who created these lovely works of art, don't we? So yes. Oh, I'm pleased with this drawing. Nice. And it's lovely that we are celebrating our first birthday with another dinosaur drawing, because it all started with Gregosaurus, didn't it? Way back in March of 2020. So there's something very nice coming full circle in this year and drawing one of Gregosaurus's little friends for our first anniversary. So listen, I want to see all your drawings. I can't wait to see your drawings. You need to get your grown up to take a picture, post it on social media using the Draw with Rob hashtag. That way I will get to see it. Hopefully there's lots of lovely, colourful triceratopses. Do you want another triceratops fact just before I go? Guess how many teeth they had? Archaeologists think they had about 800 teeth. 800 teeth! Wow. You don't want to get on the wrong side of one of those, although I think they were vegetarians. I think they're vegisauruses, so I think you'd probably be alright. But, you know, if one of those sort of walked around the corner when you're taking the dog for a walk in the park, you probably wouldn't want to hang around, would you? Especially when you saw the 800 teeth. So there you go. Anyway, I hope you've had fun drawing this Triceratops. Don't forget to send me your drawings. It's been lovely doing these Draw with Rob videos with you over the past year. Don't worry, we're not finishing. We've got more to come. So I'm going to be back very soon with another Draw with Rob video. In the meantime, take care of yourselves, everyone. Keep on drawing. And I'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.